I'm Olivia.
And I'm Jake. And
This is all about animals.
Now there's a fantastic cheetah breeding program happening in Australia, so I went to Monada Zoo to check it out. I'm here with Michelle, who's been hand raising the cheetah since I was 7 days old. Can you tell me more about that?
Sure. We are a breeding facility for cheetah here at Monada. Way back in 2004 we had a litter born of 8 cubs.
Yep.
And all was going really well, and Mum was raising the cubs, but day 7 what was happening was an infection was taking hold, but we decided that we had to get in and pull the cubs from Mum, treat Mum and stabilise the cubs to try to get them back together, which we couldn't do because she wasn't interested in taking the cubs back. Which, yeah, it was kind of sad, yeah. But that meant we had to keep raising them, and we went on and successfully raised the 6 cubs. So, of the 6 cubs, we have 3 ambassador males, and there's 3 females, and 2 girls have been sent up to Australia Zoo for breeding purposes.
Yep.
And the other girl, she went off to Perth Zoo, and she was on loan to them and has returned back to us as a breeding girl.
So Michelle, why do we need a breeding program?
Because cheetah are the most endangered big cat in Africa, and there are only 13,000 cheetah left, and only 3,000 of those are wild cheetah.
Yeah.
Thanks to conservation efforts in the wild, the numbers have increased a little bit, so positive efforts are being made to save the cheetah, raise awareness across Africa.
Okay.
Because cheetah are non-confrontational, they're the fastest land animal, and yes, they're a big cat, but they're only adapted for speed. They're not strong and aggressive, so that sadly makes them vulnerable.
What does non-confrontational mean?
Non-confrontational means that they don't stand up against other predators. They'll walk away instead of confronting another predator.
Yeah, I think we want to know, how fast can they run?
Well, books and literature say that cheetah run about 110, but in fact they've been clocked fastest one at 127 kilometres an hour.
Really?
Yeah, phenomenal speeds.
Yeah. Thanks Michelle, that was really interesting.
That's okay, it's a pleasure.
Jake had an amazing day learning about cheetahs at Monada Zoo. I then spoke to Dr. Anita Hicks from All Pets Vet Hospital in Darwin to find out more about these wild creatures. Dr. Hicks, in zoos, cheetahs seem to be quite calm and friendly. Are they much different in the wild?
Now, the cheetahs we see in zoos are handled by people on a daily basis and are quite used to being stared at all day by visitors. But cheetahs in the wild are a very different story.
And what are the main health issues they can have?
Cheetahs suffer from many of the same diseases that our domestic cats suffer from, such as cat flu caused by a viral infection, which can cause sneezing and watery eyes, just like when we have the flu.
Is it hard to treat a sick cheetah in the wild?
Well, treating a sick cheetah in the wild can be very difficult. They camouflage themselves so well that finding them in the first place can be very tricky. So you need to decide if a one-off treatment will be enough and let them go, because finding that same cheetah a second time may be impossible.
Well, that was very interesting, Dr. Hicks. Thanks very much.
That's not a problem, Olivia.
All right, welcome guys to the Warrawong Animal Show. We're very lucky today to have Olivia with us today to see some of these animals. Today we're going to start with an animal that's very common around your backyard. It likes to hide in very messy, dirty places. It's about this big and has 8 legs. So would anyone like to guess what that could be? Olivia?
A redback spider?
A redback spider. Do you want to have a look? I've got one over here hanging around the barbecue. Okay, redback spiders are actually the most dangerous spider in South Australia. This spider will not jump out at you, but I'm going to lift the jar up very slowly and have a look. This is a big female redback spider. Females are the venomous ones. They're the ones to watch out for. Males are actually only a quarter of the size and are not venomous pretty much if they bite, because they're so small. But females are the ones with the red stripe, and males only live about 7 or 8 months compared to a female about 3 or 4 years. So these are the dominant ones. and you find them around messy, dirty places around your house. So you've got to watch where you put your hands in your backyard. Wear gloves when you're handling dirty things, and always shake your boots out before you put them on in your backyard. But do you guys have daddy longleg spiders at home? You've seen them before? Daddy longlegs are great to have around your backyard because they'll actually control redback spiders and also white-tailed spiders. So they're not dangerous to us, daddy longlegs, but they'll kill our very venomous spiders around your house. So perfect to have around. All right, folks, well, we might move on to an animal now that's really great at camouflaging around your backyard. This is an amazing little animal, this one. This is called a spiny leaf insect. And these guys are experts at camouflaging in gum trees. And a lot of people can't see them because they look like gum leaves.
So can they actually hurt people?
No, they're actually completely harmless. They can't bite, and they're not poisonous or venomous or anything like that. Patricia's got a party trick as well.
Oh, yeah?
Watch what happens when I turn her upside down.
Oh, that's awesome.
She didn't even flinch, did she?
No.
Patricia's got little hooks on the end of her legs.
Yeah.
So if a big wind came along in the top of the tree, she's not going to fall off. Patricia's here's actually got an egg she's about to lay. Can you see that little black ball there?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
When that egg drops to the ground, an ant will pick it up. And they think it's actually an acacia seed, because it looks very much like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They carry what they think is a seed underground with them. That's a nice little spot for that egg to incubate, eventually hatch, and then the little spiny leaf insect will just crawl out up into a tree, and the ants don't think it is a spiny leaf insect because it looks exactly like an ant. So they're kind of an imposter ant in that nest. So the ants play a very crucial role in the survival of these guys. They just don't know that they're doing it, which is pretty incredible. All right, so these guys are very delicate, but they are quite easy to hold. So, Olivia, would you like to come up and hold Patricia for us today? Just hold your hand out like that, and she's going to walk. She's very sticky. It might take a little while for her to grip onto you. How does she feel on your hand there?
She's feeling a bit ticklish.
A bit ticklish, yeah.
So what do they eat?
These guys pretty much just eat leaves, so they are herbivores, and their favourite leaf are gum leaves. So just like koalas, that's all they need to eat in their lifetime. Okay, well I might grab Patricia and we'll put her back up in the trees. You keep an eye on her for me, just in case she wanders away.
Okay. Coming up, some tips from my favourite Thunderbirds netballer, Maddie Proud, and we meet her dog Ponting. The RSPCA Million Paws Walk is a great day for everyone.
Whether you're a pet owner or not, it's a great day out, as you can see.
So Tracy, can you tell us about the Million Paws Walk?
Yeah, so the RSPCA Million Paws Walk happens every year, and it raises money for the RSPCA to help us look after sick and injured animals. The event's been going for over 10 years, and hopefully it will go for another 10 because it raises lots of money for us, and it really helps, I guess, get awareness out there that animals need to be looked after.
How many dogs do you think would come to the Million Paws Walk each year?
Well, we estimate around 4,000, so it's a lot of pooches in a small park, but there's lots, and you don't even need a dog to participate. You can just come down and have a really fun day. We have lots of activities for kids. We've got a bouncy castle this year. We've got colouring competitions. We've got lots of things for your dog to buy and see, lots of doggy massage, lots of beautiful things for the dogs to wear, and lots of good information too about how to look after your pets.
I kept hearing about this great new microchip from everyone at the walk and wanted to find out about it. So I found Dr. Warren Foreman, who was doing vet checks, and he showed me how it worked. So Dr. Warren, can you tell us what you're doing here?
We're scanning for microchips. Now this is a microchip scanner, and we're just going to turn it on. And this is Sienna, and I'm just going to check that her microchip is working. And we just run this over here, and there we go. It's come up with the number. And this is a special microchip. This is a biotherm microchip, which reads body temperature. And you can see that it's coming up with not only the microchip number, now that number is stored in a computer database, so that if Sienna ever got lost, we scan this, we scan Sienna, and we get this number, we put that in our computer, and up will come the details of Sienna's owner, and that's Michelle. Now, the other special thing about this microchip is that it reads her body temperature, and we'll just show that again. Here we go. And there's the number, and there's her body temperature. Now it says 39.9 degrees, and that means she's a bit hot, because the normal temperature of a dog is 38.5, and she's a bit hot. That's why she's panting, and that's because she's been exercising this morning. And these microchips are really good, because it means we don't have to take the temperature by putting a thermometer in her bottom.
Yay, we finished the Million Paws Walk.
See you here next year.
So what we're going to do now, Olivia, is we're going to clip Duke's nails. We've got special nail clippers that we use when we do this. What we do is when we are clipping the dog's nails, we're looking at the shape of the nail, and as you can see there, it's like a cockie's beak almost. Yep. So we're just going to take the very tip of that off. Just like that. Good boy, good boy, good boy. We're looking at each nail and we're judging each nail on its own merits. Good boy, stay, stay, stay. Good boy, good boy. Good boy, Duke. So he's getting a manicure. There you go, good boy.
Now, not all dogs like getting their nails clipped, so make sure you always have some treats nearby to keep them calm. I'm here with Sandy, who's an expert in animal massages. So Sandy, why is it important to massage a dog?
Olivia, it's really important to massage dogs, and more particularly an elderly dog like this one, a beautiful Astro his name is, and you can see that his muscles have got quite small, they're fairly weak. So what we need to do is to just get the circulation going, because he doesn't move very much. So the more we can just keep the circulation going, the better it is going to be for him.
So Sandy, what's different to horse massage to dog massage?
Well, Olivia, the main thing is that with a horse we have a saddle that's put on, we then have reins, we have a bit, so all these muscles get really quite tight, yep. The shoulders get tight, the neck gets really tight, and what we need to do as a massage practitioner is to look for the tight muscles and then start massaging them, just like we did with the dog. And what we need to do is we've got really tight muscles here. We've got a lot of fat on this horse as well. So we need to be able to get nice and deep into those. Remember that compression massage we did, that pushing in with the palm, yep. To be able to get the circulation going? Well, Blossom, she really quite likes that one, as you can see. So she'll start to settle down just a little bit. And again, we can do both hands and run it down like so, coming all the way over to the hindquarters and all the way down, nice and easy. So this is massage at its best, where you can just do really easy techniques, but again we get the circulation flowing, get the blood coming through and get the muscles to relax.
Thanks Teeny for letting us use your horse for massage. No problem. So Sandy, if people want to massage their own pets at home, what can they do?
Well, Olivia, the first thing they could do would be to contact the National College of Traditional Medicine. We've specialised in massage as well as herbal medicine and nutrition for mainly horses and dogs and also cats for the last 15 years, and we really pride ourselves on getting people working with animals that they love and offering them those sorts of opportunities where they could be a masseur or they could be a dog or horse naturopath. So the National College of Traditional Medicine is the place to go.
Now Jake chats to Griselda from Doggy Bliss, who did her massage training through the National College of Traditional Medicine, and now she gets to work with dogs all day long.
Hi, Jake. I'm here with your dog, Socks.
Yeah.
And I'm a canine myofunctional therapist. And what that means in layman's terms is that I'm a professional dog massage therapist.
Okay.
So you can see that Socks is already very relaxed.
Yep.
Dogs know when there's going to be a massage happening. What I usually do when I do a massage on a dog, I get him to lie down and just do a technique called effleurage that helps the dog to relax first. So effleurage we do all over the body.
Yep. So Griselda, how often does a dog need to have a massage?
Well, it all depends, Jake. I mean, sometimes on the conditions that they may have. If dogs have arthritis and they're very painful to say on the back legs, on the front, I like to actually see them every maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
The dog can actually walk better.
Yeah.
It could sit better, it could run. Some dogs can't even run because they're just they're very, very tight.
After watching Griselda weave her magic on Socks, I wanted to massage my dogs to keep their muscles relaxed and healthy as well. I think I did a pretty good job.
So if you can put one of your hands here and then just like starting from this side, I always start from the top down. So starting from here and just relaxing the hand as well. Yeah. That's fantastic. And just you do three strokes on one side.
Yeah.
So what you can do as well, you can go onto his leg areas. I think I might have to take you with me when I do my massage. You're very, very good. Okay, every time after a massage, a dog needs a drink of water.
Why is that?
Because all the wastes of the joints will be it will be getting rid of all the waste. It makes them very thirsty. The oxygen is working better around the body as well. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then he'll want to go to the toilet as well.
Okay.
Okay, so we might take him out.
Yeah.
Get him a drink of water if he doesn't fall asleep here.
Yeah.
Did you know that female rabbits can start having babies at only 12 weeks of age? I play netball and I'm a huge Thunderbirds fan, and I'm really excited to meet this week's celebrity pet owner. Maddie Proud was the youngest netball player to be picked up by the Adelaide Thunderbirds last year. She was only 16, so that's really cool. So Maddie, when did you start playing netball?
I started when I was about 5 years old, playing for the church netball team at Glengarry, so quite young.
How did you become a Thunderbird from being 5 and playing church?
Well, I just kept on playing and just loved every time that I played. I went out to Sassy when I was about 15, and then from that I got chosen to the Thunderbirds. So yeah, I just worked really hard and just loved playing.
What's Sassy?
Well, it's the South Australian Sports Institute, and you got exposed to what it was like to have the train every day basically, and then you would play out in the state league competition, so you got to play against all the really good other people in the state.
I've heard that Maddie's going to be the next Nat Roberta, who's the captain of Australia. So what's the most exciting game you've played for the Thunderbirds?
Oh, it will probably be my first game that I ever played, which is really exciting.
Is very important for us, so she'll be one of the ones that we'll be looking to.
Who is this you brought with you today?
Well, this is my dog Ponting. We got him from a breeder in Burnside. So he's 9 years old, I think he was. He was my brother's birthday present, and he's supposed to be a Jack Russell, but I think he's grown a bit too much to be just a Jack Russell.
Why is it called Ponting?
Well, because it was my brother's birthday present. I think we got him during the summer, which was the cricket season, and his favourite player was Ricky Ponting, and so yeah, that's where it came from.
So what do you do with Ponting?
Well, we live right near the beach, so we take him for lots of walks down there, and he likes chasing seagulls along there, and if we throw rocks into the water, he'll often swim out there and try and find them. So yeah, lots of stuff like that, and just playing with him in the backyard.
Has Ponting ever watched you play netball?
Well, I think he probably did when I was a bit younger, when we used to play outside, but it's a bit hard now when I play indoors and they're not allowed to bring the dogs inside. But yeah, when I was younger, he would come out with Dad. But yes, he loves netball.
Thanks, Maddie, for bringing in Ponting, and I hope I can play for the Thunderbirds one day.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Stay with us, because Olivia goes behind the scenes to check out animal blood testing for diseases. Then I share with you this week's viewers' pets from all around Australia. Hi, I'm here with Olivia and her chickens. Hi, Olivia.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good, okay. What are the names of your chickens that you've got here?
Mine is Daisy, and that is Jumping Chicken Sheep.
Jumping Chicken Sheep. Very nice name. What do you feed them?
Scratch mix and pellets.
Do you use them for eggs?
Yeah, they lay 1 egg each a day.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
What made you decide to get a chicken as a pet?
Because they're cute and I like collecting their eggs.
So what breed of chickens are these?
They're a Rhode Island Red and this is a mixture.
Okay. So where do you keep them?
They're free range and they just go around the house.
Olivia, how old are your chickens?
Well, about 2.
Okay. So how much did your chickens cost?
$35 each.
Okay, so it's quite cheap.
Yeah.
Do you know how long they live for?
Well, about 7 or 8 years.
Okay. So how easy are they to look after?
Very easy. They just dig around, roam around and eat anything that they see.
What equipment do you need to keep chickens?
You need a chicken coop and somewhere so they can lay their eggs.
Thanks, Olivia. I'll be over here in the morning for some scrambled eggs.
Okay, I'll see you then.
As you know, I've got some friends that have got chickens, and I was wondering if you could tell me a few facts to help keep your chickens safe and healthy.
Well, probably most important is that they have a secure house, somewhere to live and somewhere to roost, and maybe if you're lucky enough for them to lay eggs in. Feeding them a good quality pellet or something is much better than food scraps as well. That's not very good for them. They need a good quality layer pellet or a starter pellet depending on how old they are. And then making sure they have enough water and that they can't escape from your backyard as well.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you know that the lion features strongly in Tibetan culture, with snow lions seen on the Tibetan flag to represent cheerfulness, fearlessness, and the earth's elements?
Hi Milton, you look after all the pathology tests here at the clinic. Can you tell us what pathology is?
Hi Olivia, I'd be happy to tell you. Pathology is looking at diseases, is what's causing diseases in animals. So when an animal gets sick, just as when a human gets sick, we need to run certain types of tests. So it's not always obvious what's going on inside the body. So we can collect fluid samples, blood samples, all sorts of things, and run tests on them, as well as looking at tissues and studying what are the causes of the patient's illness.
Why are these tests so important?
Well, a lot of them are looking for specific diseases, infectious diseases, that can run through populations of animals. So it's important to monitor and make sure for the health of both the animals and for the health of the people that we can make sure that certain diseases aren't present.
What is a tumour?
A tumor is a lump. So dogs in particular, old dogs, get lots of lumps and bumps, and then sometimes we have to figure out what kind of a lump is that. So one way to do that is to take a small specimen from it and then process it and look at it under the microscope.
Thanks Milton, this has been really interesting.
Well, thanks for coming. It's been my pleasure.